Keep in mind, Chad pointed out the change in guard on the B site, that it could be exploited. In this pistol, Simple's already over there. He's behind the smoke. He's fallen off. That may not be true when the guns are brought out, but for now it certainly is. The first kill, though, goes the way of Flamie. He already has the pistol. It's just enough to cut off one on the retake, but the bomb already planted for Navi, and they just have to hold it off. That's not hard. Flamie's got another. It's going to be extremely difficult if Simple can get around from coffins without being spotted. Nubox is preoccupied. If he wraps in, they're both gone for an emo, and they're going to push it all together. Rain can't do enough. Just to Nico. Third in the world last year, but he's got it to a one-on-one. Bombs deep. He's got a swing. They know that. Flamie. What a pistol. An ace. He gets an ace. Welcome to Spodek, everybody. Top side of the wall already held too, so even if they want to go deep utility again, it's going to be issues. And the stack spotting. Olaf knows it. Shooting gallery and Guardian. Fourth kill.
And then send everyone in towards the A side very quickly. It's going to come down to the timings here. You can see how much interest from the CTs there are here. You've got to assume with 15 seconds remaining, this is the final play. It's not.
It's a brilliant maneuver. It's absolutely sold it. They've sent them all over toward B. The only one left to the side of the site is Edward, but he nearly got away with it. If he'd slid out and found the second, dropped the bomb down, that would have been it. Nico wouldn't have had time to plant. There was no way to recover.
Perfectly done by Faze. The fact they give themselves enough time to counter for that initial pick from Edward there. They trade out the kill, still 6 seconds remaining. Sure, that's scary, but they plant the bomb. It all comes together, and you have 4 players on the B side there. That is really quite impressive. It was so convincing. Navi just didn't have the resources to think otherwise. He had 4 players there. You got Molotov smokes, flashbangs coming in. You got to give it a go.
And Simple still lurks inside with the AWP. Nico around it's Edward. Impressively with a UMP at that range that finds the headshot first. Opening kill. Simple's following it up. Now he's rolling as a Dren drops. And Zeus still holds. There's no one over toward B. They've not fallen off of it. They haven't come up with an alternative motive in this round. It's still with 15 seconds, all or nothing on the A site. They can justify going late because they've got money. Rain, he's going to go. They're going to feel like Noah on an overcast day because the rain won't stop. He's swinging through. Simple finds one, but finally it's turned around. Simple shuts down Rain.
The CTs scramble to pick up another round, but this is a nice, fast adaptation from Faze. It's going to be throwing in a bit of a different approach as they go very, very fast towards the end of the apartment, but the CTs finally showing us they can keep up as Electronic will find his second frag of the round. It's a 4 versus 1, and Nico's all the way in towards B, but he'll be dropped by Flamie as well.
First time we've seen the AUGs really prevalent on the CT side, just based on money. Obviously, they were waiting to get the...
Might be a conversation to be had, but this one slips by. I'm not sure Navi will have enough to actually push forward. As Rain again has been so deadly on this T side. That AK-47 finally showing us what it's capable of. As now he looks for his second kill up against Zeus. Takes a bit of damage, decides to fall back. Wise move.
But they've hatched another plan when the first fell through because it's Simple. Over toward B. Falls back after the first. He's alone. Slip shot Cavalier. He tries to peek it again, and he will. He absolutely will. Half human, half machine, looking straight through the lens. Simple finds a round again. Navi. Dren just waiting for it. He's dancing back and forth. Wants to figure out the side they'll enter into. Baits them to Nico, but Nico gone. It's now all onto it. Dren so proficient with the pistol, but you know who is? A man who got an ace last time. He's got 2. He got the only 2 for Navi so far, Flamie. As the bomb gets planted inside of B, Olaf's going to take the long rotation, the flank from behind. Zeus is watching it. And it's Guardian that wants Rain to work with him so he can get in from Ruin, so he can take some of the attention away. Zeus gave it up. Zeus thought he'd cleared Banana. He hadn't. Olaf was in behind the wall. They're going to think that's wide open, but now they realize with the other kills, they've all turned around. Flamie's looking for double ace in the pistol. Double ace in the pistol! Both of them! 10 kills, 2 pistols, 2 rounds for Navi.
I've never seen that before. Ever. Back-to-back aces and pistol rounds.
He couldn't get the spray downs. He was getting overwhelmed. He was getting caught out too often.
One thing we should point out, just before we get into that Faze are not using a single AUG on their CT side right now. They've got all M4s along with the AW.
It's actually a very good point because it's been quite vocal from Nico on social media that he does not like the weapon. He does not want it in the game. It's quite like Scream. And you know what? Cool. That's fine. You may not like it, but to quote more philosophy and quote Darwin, it's not the strongest nor the smartest who survives, it's those who adapt. And if you can't adapt to it, you're just not going to survive at this level. So bring out the AUG might be the answer. We'll see if that's what haunts them. Within 1, this great start they've had. Slowly falling away, and Simple on the repeat from the half wall. He's going to find Nico through the smoke. Again, aggressive. Rain's forced out. Remember, they already found a Dren on this side. But Rain, he knows exactly how smoke clouds work. He fires through them always. And he gets 2 kills. Edward, he will at least get 1 back, but Flamie's cut off, and they know he's alone in the site now. Alone. but aggressive. And look how relaxed he is. Yeah, all right, I know you're coming. Let's see who wins the fight. He's got to hold the angle. He's got to wait for them to go. And if they try and trade this together, it is an op for Guardian. That could certainly be a problem for them. It's not going to be. Olaf gets it instead.
Finally, the first round on the board there for Faze in their CT campaign. This is pretty remarkable. I wasn't sure Navi had it in them after the 10-5 deficit they received in the first. I didn't think their T-side would be strong enough, but happy to be proven wrong. And this is looking fantastic now as Simple and Electronic go toe-to-toe with 4 members of Faze towards the banana area. They then drop a single player. It's only Flamie goes down towards the A side.
Then it gets quite desperate because you're tied up in the same situation to be flipped upon your head. Electronic starts it off. That's exactly what they want. Adren gets caught out outside of the flames, and Nico's tag going back into the site. They couldn't quite get enough damage onto him. He stays with 67 in the round, as Simple now will hold off. Quick check behind the bags by Zeus, and leaves Simple to his own devices, I think.
So they have 5 players up against 4. Flamie currently holding the A apartments for any sort of reaction down towards middle, or a push towards the ult mid position. It's got a minute remaining here. Does Flamie want to suggest they're coming back towards A with a bit of utility? Still has a smoke and Molotov here. They don't have to commit towards B, but question marks starting to appear as the CTs have lost a lot of information. You can see at the B site, no intel, no one at the barrels. Same story towards A, but now they've put Guardian position towards quad. At least we'll have some idea as to what's going on here. As Navi make their way back towards the A side, the full commitment coming in here now. It'll be a 5-on-2 in terms of manpower, as Olaf Meister and Guardian have to fend them off.
Guardian's looking short as well. He's not actually watching above him. He's going to rely on Olaf for that information. And 3 will flood this site. Guardian smartly transitions back, because if he was left on the steps, he'd have a problem. He doesn't now. He's got 2, a third as well. He finds Simple, but is that enough? All his hard work, it may come undone. Bomb still gets planted, and it's the 2 rotating players from B that arrive and have to save it for Faze. Again, reset if this round doesn't go their way. Kits for both, AKs to work with, and a single flash.
Rain is there with the flashbang. Nico joins him. It's such a difficult retake here. The terrorists have such a massive advantage. The Molotov comes in. That's going to segregate them now. It's Rain that has to deliver. He goes down, and that's going to be it. That surely is the reset now. CT's winning the previous round, and losing this one means they get $1,400 per player in the next round. Navi have found map points, and Nico have no choice but to save the AK-47. This one, though, this is where it could all end, as Guardian goes down very early on. Simple and Zeus wrapping around. It's a shotgun and pit. They don't stand a chance here. Rain left of just an SMG. Surely can't get a second. It looks like we're done here in the first map. Nico left in a 4 versus 1.
And he's no bouquet. He's just a rose. And so much work to do. Rose has a few thorns on it. He'll find the first on Electronic, but Flamie now knows where he is. Navi will steal the map away. 16-13, they take Faze's choice. They take the first in the series, the first in the Sputnik, and a quarterfinal half done.
Teammates get ready for a potential B split here. We talked about that. As Olaf Meister will be smoked out for now, but that's going to just hold off the T's for at least 10 seconds as Flamie gets headshot, down to 4 HP.
Behind the smoke, Olaf needs to be careful at this point in time to make sure he doesn't overstep the mark and doesn't get caught off. Easy to do so in that position, certainly with the smoke down. It's menacing. Reveals the other side. Olaf finds it. Steps out. Flamie gone. Just to note, Flamie's gone.
Yeah, no ace this time, it seems, as Edward will try and bring the frag back in their favor. It's a 4 versus 2 now with Zeus and Electronic to pick up the pieces, but Zeus completely removed from the equation there, and now it's just Electronic trying to find anything he can at this point. 3 versus 1, 15 HP. That damage alone should confirm things, and Nico have a decent backstab there.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Not the cleanest kill, but Electronic will take it. That's the AWP down.
That is the AWP down, and he wanted the A-main pick. He was expecting perhaps that Navi on the back of this timeout would go quickly, and they have. They have indeed. Electronic to find Olaf. Zeus out light rain in the open of the site. Nowhere to hide at all.
You could see they wanted to execute there, but it kept killing everyone. It's like, guys, you might as well just come in now. Forget the grenades. Everyone's dead.
Well, the good news with that is the adaptation in the mid-round to call that. You save them for the post-plant. Not that they're going to need them, but the fact that, if you overcommit and overthrow them, and let's say it's a gun round right now, there's 3 players left alive, you don't really have much left to defend with. So the fact that they were able to identify that and run in, all is well. Flamie's going to go around. They'll poke in from behind at the vent as well, but Flamie gets the kill himself. It's a Dren to go down. Flamie, by the way, 4 kills. Simple, that was fast. Nico was barely around the corner. Electronic spots out Rain, tries to spray it through, but it actually goes against him. So the M4 winning, and that clears out the front of the site. Everyone else wants to work in from connector. Rain, he's got to play backside of triple, and Guardian sets a crossfire with him on the AWP. Reverse firebox, flash mistimed, and Rain might get caught by Zeus jumping, knows he's low. Got the call from Electronic that he'd already tagged him on top of the ladder, so it's all on Guardian yet again.
First advantage Faze have had in some time here. Guardian does hit the shot, but doesn't quite get the frag, but he denies the plant. That's what they needed. Faze with a clean round there, courtesy of Guardian. Well, that's a 4-on-4 for now. 40 seconds remain. There's almost nothing to defend here, and Olofmeister misses a key shot that gives up his position, but it might funnel them towards A. Nico does step in and take Simple down, at least keeping him on a leash, but now this is where it becomes really testing for them. He hits the shot, but it's not going to be enough.
He'll still try for more. Bomb down, he might have to consider giving it up on the AWP. He still couldn't collect Flamie as he jumped back across. Third time a charm?
Not quite.
He wants to clip his wings, but he can't quite get there. It's Flamie. That's on 23, just waiting to hold it. Molotov down, flanks on. This is still a possibility for Faze. Swarming on the site. The HP's leveled out. Rain gets one, traded off. Edward inside. Rain's gonna swing it back. He finds all three. And is there time? There certainly is. He'll find the defuse as well. He's gone all the way to the top horseshoe. They're going to get around him on catwalk. But if Olaf even slows them down slightly, he'll be all over them. That's not going to happen. Boost for Electronic. They're still waiting for the peak. Nico can still arrive. Guardian and Adren slow them down. He's gotten in position, but he had his knife out.
No!
He had his knife out. He just barely got there in time. Edwards dropped, but Electronic catches Nico falling off the angle. He'd revealed too much. We're back into a 2-on-2. Adren, finally they go to B, and we get into his victimhood because he's been picked on enough. He's had enough. And Simple finally puts him down. It's he versus Guardian, rivals and foes, and who can mark the hour this soul-sick friendship died? Because they go one-on-one to try and close out the half. Simple's tagged on to 6 HP, and Guardian, he's got the on. He's just barely got it in time. It had to be a kill. It is for Guardian.
Here comes a flashbang as they make themselves known on the A side, but look who's waiting for them. It's Mr. Simple, and he'll spot a few coming out the apartments, but he's gone down very, very quickly.
Gone. Zeus trying to recover, wants to get back in, flash already out. He's fired off all his ammo. He's stuck in a corner. They're not going to pursue him. Just contain, just hold him because Rain's already got Edward. Not like anyone else was going to try and attack back, but Electronic eventually gets into a position of power. Or is that just an illusion? Because he's still covered off to try and work back in the site, and Nico, he seems to have a plan. He wants to go all the way around, get in behind Rain. He's got Electronic already, and Flamie's just waiting. Nico, his mind's not a well. It won't run dry. He goes all the way around. He's always got an idea every single time.
Without much more than that, I don't think they'll rotate off this B side. They might as well stick to the guns here, and here comes the commitment.
Commitment with 3. Olaf already turning around. Flamie's caught him off. This is working out. It didn't work at all to try and sell the fake. Edwards got it. Bomb goes down. Hold at the truck. M4 in hand for Flamie. Zeus waiting to be baited in. They're forced forward, or at least they are now by the Rain. As he stands up, forward to the flames, but blood is thicker than water, and they'll drown quicker than even we expected as they ran in toward the site. Zeus setting the crossfire. It's just Nico remaining. And at this point, his army has depleted. I think the round will as well. It's going to be 12-7 in favor of Navi. Even the flank, Electronic gets the kill.
Massive blunders being presented. It's actually looking like a decent little team. Everything's working out for them, and now Olofmeister, he's going to have to make this work. The MAC-10 rushing towards B. Nice movement, actually gets himself into a position. We might be able to be deadly here, but it's Zeus again, opening things up. 5-on-4. Could this be the final round?
It might be the end for Faze. Another run denied, this time in a quarterfinal. Legendary status at least held on to, but that's not enough. That's not enough for the ambition of this team, and what for Adren, who's come in, and I have to say, it's at the bottom of the leaderboard this time. Does the contract get renewed? Does it get extended?
I'm not sure.
So many questions. Yanko as well, who swapped over MIPR, now Faze, 2 top teams. Has he got enough time to implement himself, or is time not excuse enough?
Here we go then, the last chance for Faze. 5-on-4, they make their way in. It's a tag already. Rain goes down to 21 HP. They've got nothing left to really work with here. A couple of flashbangs and a Molotov, and Zeus keeps finding kill after kill. 5-on-3 now, it's up to Guardian. I think we might be done here. They've got to tap out. There's nothing left as one player remains, and there it is. It's 2-0. Navi booked himself a place in the semi-final in convincing fashion as well. What a great performance from them. And Faze, an underwhelming one. as they will crash out in the quarterfinals. They expected so much more here, Matt.